Oh boy. She is ready. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Whew. She's a big girl. Wow. I think Sonny's looking for a rat too. We'll see. Oh yeah. Whew. He is a good looking snake too. That's the mate to the Lucy, the big girl. Alright guys, I'm back here in the snake room and I have another box of ball python eggs that are just hatching. It's actually part of a clutch from before. We actually opened one box and it was weird. One of the boxes was in the incubator up on top and another one was on one of the bottom shelves. And the box on the bottom shelf actually hatched out faster. We already set it up in the rack. So this is the other half of that clutch. And before I open that box up, I kind of wanted to tell you where I am in the whole 2018 ball python breeding season. So as of right now, I was looking through the incubator and it looks like I have about 20 good eggs left. And I had a few clutches right at the end that the eggs got really dirty, and I think I have like 6 or 7 in there that look like they're going to go bad. It's kind of weird because all season I think I only had a couple bad eggs in, and now just in the last few clutches they're getting kind of dirty and it doesn't look like they're going to hatch. So I have 20 left there. I have 2 more snakes that I think might lay, this big pastel pinstripe here, and I have another one over here, my bumblebee. They're going to lay really late, but I don't really have much hope in these guys. I haven't really looked in these tubs for a bit. I need to go through and do a little housekeeping here. But anyways, so I have those 2, and then basically I have all my hatchlings here, 39 here, and then I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 31 hatchlings over here. So I actually went through and I counted up all my snakes, including my breeders and my hatchlings, and my total number of snakes as of right now is 111. Believe it or not. And that doesn't include this box. So this box is going to be a few more hatchlings. It'll push me over the 111 mark. The most snakes I've ever had. That's a lot of snakes. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what's in here. Okay, every time I open a box, it's just like Christmas. You never know what you're going to get. So this was actually the other half of my het caramel albino crossed with my scaleless head. So they'll all kind of look normal. Some of them will be scaleless heads, and some of them won't. They'll all be 50% het caramel. So yeah, let's take a look at what we have here. It looks like 2 are peeking their heads out. You can almost see what that is. This one looks like a normal here. And then 3 came out of the eggs. Let's see what we have. This one. That does not look like a scaleless head. And then this one. Oh no, that does not look like a scaleless head. Oh no, the odds are really bad. And this one, oh no, Not a scaleless head. And this one is not a scaleless head. Oh, well, maybe. I don't think so. Take a look at him. I don't think that's a scaleless head. Wow, this is like my worst clutch ever. What are the odds of getting no scaleless heads? This one, I can almost just tear it open. Get his head to stick out. I'm going to need my scissors on that one. Oh, they're right over here. Wow, 4 that are not scaleless heads. That clutch was a bust. That should be good enough. I don't really like them to get out of the egg this young. And I try not to push them too hard to see the head on these scaleless heads, but alright, I want to cut a little more. Oh, there's the head. Oh no! Not a scaleless head. Are you kidding me? Wow. That clutch was a bust. 5 normals. Wow. Alright. You know, I've been hitting the best odds all year long. Actually, on my on the last box, I think I got I think it was 5 eggs, and I think I had 2 scaleless heads and 3 non-scaleless heads. And you know, a scaleless head is still pretty expensive at this time. They're coming down pretty quick, but this is like the bottom of the line cheapest snake. These are all like pet snakes, pretty much the cheapest. So it's 50% het caramel, which is kind of interesting, but still pretty much considered just a normal. And sometimes you get a low expression scaleless head, and you can look at the vent, and usually from the last scale on the vent, it'd be this scale right here. You can see if it's a low expression scaleless head, and this one is not split. It's one scale, and then this one. Oh, this one's interesting. This snake's crawling away. This scale is actually split, it looks like. Oh, if you could see that. I don't know if you could see that. But it's the very last scale. That one almost looks split. Oh. Ha! I actually missed this one. He does have some scales missing. Ha! He was just full of vermiculite. Alright. We do have one scaleless head. See, that one almost slipped away, and if it wasn't for the split vent, I would have never known on that guy. And then this one, that's just a solid scale on that one. If you can see that. Not a scaleless head. And then we have 2 still in the egg. I'm going to look at these again. You know, wait. Oh, this one almost, boy. It almost looks like it might have one tiny little scale right there missing. So that might be a really, really low expression scaleless head. So that might be 2. I don't think this one is. Alright, so those are better odds. 2 out of 5. Oh, alright. Yeah, if it wasn't for that split vent, I would have missed that. And I've actually seen some on the internet, believe it or not, on Morph Market that were advertised as scaleless heads that looked like they had all the scales on the head. So it's really that split vent. It's a split scale right by the vent. And the vent is basically where they go to the bathroom. So, yeah, it's the last scale right before the vent. So, I guess I'm going to, maybe I'll figure out which ones are males and females and go ahead and set these 3 up in the hatchling rack. And then I'll leave the other 2 to kind of sit in the incubator until they crawl out of the egg. Okay, so this is how I set up my hatchling tub. I have a little paper towel that I wetted a little bit here. And then a little paper towel up here that's really damp. I really sprayed it down a lot. And just kind of tuck it around the water dish and add some water. Okay, and then for the label, I basically labeled it 18 for 2018, C11 for my 11th clutch, F for female, 50% het caramel albino. Okay, so this is another female, normal, 50% het caramel albino, not a scaleless head. Okay, this one is a female, scaleless head, 50% het caramel albino, and I'm definitely going to hold this one back. So my goal is really a scaleless caramel albino. And the other thing is I probably won't pair my scaleless head up with my het caramel albinos again. So I think I have 1 male and now at least 2 females. And then I have the other 2 eggs. One of them I think is het caramel. If that's a female, well, if it's a male or female, I'll probably hold it back. Because I want to, you know, I might miss the odds on the male, so it might take a couple males, but I'm definitely going to hold this one back. Alright, so for these last 2 eggs, I'm going to use this press and seal, and just put some new press and seal. And then I'll put the lid on it and put it back in the incubator. Alright, just for kicks, I am going to show you some of these other eggs. These are due to hatch the 26th of August, and today is the 2nd. And you can see this has a lot of moisture in it. And I don't really like all that moisture in there. And I'm just going to kind of change out the press and seal and kind of dry them out a little bit. I think there's just a little too much moisture in some of these. And I'll go through my boxes and kind of show you what I have and some of the eggs, how bad they look. I don't think a lot of them will hatch, but I've seen some really bad eggs hatch. But I think a lot of these are just a little too bad. So let me show you the next box. So take a look at these. These are supposed to hatch on the 1st of September, even later. And I have one that's really, really bad. I'm almost just tempted to take it out. Oh, and it smells bad. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to take that one out. Yeah. That one's a little too ripe for me. You get a bad egg like that, and it kind of makes the whole incubator smell bad when you open it up. And I think it's pretty much for certain. Some of those, I've never had one come back from being that far gone. I'm not sure I want it in there another month, looking like that. A month to go. So I guess on these I'm going to take a little more of a proactive approach instead of kind of a hands-off that I've been doing. Maybe I can help them along a little bit. So here's another one that should hatch the 26th of August. So still about a month on these guys. These guys are looking really good. No problems at all there. Okay, so this box still has a month and a half to go. We'll take a look at what's in here. And you got one in here that's looking pretty bad. It smells pretty bad. I'm taking this one out. Usually when they start getting really bad fungus and bacteria, I think it's time to pull them. Alright, so this is my last box. It still has a little over a month. And this one has several bad eggs that are really, really bad. So unfortunately, this was my albino het pied crossed with my albino pied. And I'm pulling these 3 eggs out. And if you remember back then when the clutch was laid, the mom kind of went to the bathroom on the eggs and kind of made them soiled. So these all seem pretty good. These 4. So hopefully out of these 4, I'll actually get an albino pied female is what I'm actually hoping for. So, alright, so I'll do the press and seal and close this guy up. I'm kind of glad I looked in these because I definitely don't want those in there like that for another month. 3 bad eggs in a box like this. So I know some people leave them in. And I have so far, but I haven't had this many bad eggs at all in any of my eggs up until these last few clutches here. So there you have it. That's pretty much the clutch and the rest of my egg boxes. So I actually signed up for the COEPE, which is the Colorado Exotic Pet Expo, and it'll be my first show ever, which will be pretty incredible. And the first show for that particular show is on September 9th, and it's kind of weird. It's on a Sunday only. Normally, you know, I think Saturday's kind of the big day, and then Sunday's kind of a wind down. But this show is a little bit early, so we'll see. We'll see what the turnout is like. And the price was pretty reasonable. I actually thought the price was like $300 when I looked at it earlier, and it actually came down. I think it came down. Or maybe I just didn't see it right. It was only $95 for the show, so it'll be kind of nice just to do a one-day show and kind of test the waters. So then we have the Repticon the next month in it'll be October, and then there's another COEPE in September, which is a 2-day show. So I'll definitely be doing all 3 of those. And I'm actually thinking of not only bringing most of my stuff for sale, but I'm thinking about maybe bringing some holdbacks and either put not for sale on them or just put a ridiculous price so people can kind of see you know, what I have and kind of what projects I'm moving forward. I think it'll be kind of interesting just to kind of show off some of my more high-end stuff too. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.